If you're moving to Jacksonville, this is where the easy story starts to fall apart because this place has way more range than people realize. And that's exactly why so many buyers get it wrong. Jacksonville is not one market, it's not one vibe, and it's definitely not one kind of lifestyle. On paper, it can look affordable sitting somewhere around the high 200,000s to low 300,000s. But that stat falls apart real fast when one buyer wants golf carts, pools, and polished suburbia. One wants breathing room and zero chaos, and one wants an address that sounds expensive at dinner, even if it means living in JTB traffic more than they'd like to admit. So before you lock into one of the obvious choice, ask yourself this. Do you want the suburb people talk about most, or the one that works after the excitement burns off? The biggest name suburb in Jacksonville is not always the smartest move, not even close. Fit beats hype every time. A suburb can feel amazing on a Saturday afternoon and get real annoying when your commute, errands, and stress levels start weighing in. The good news is buyers finally have room to think again. Zillow data showed around 67% of Jacksonville sales closing under list price. The Northeast Florida Association of Realtors data had parts of the market sitting at around 4.5 months supply. That gives people space to compare, negotiate, and ask a better question. Not, what's the nicest suburb? More like, what am I actually paying for? Better schools, less maintenance, a smoother week, more privacy, a newer house, a shorter drive, a prestige name. That is the question that actually matters. Because once you have done enough of these Jacksonville relocation calls, you realize one that actually fits is usually the one that cuts friction, not the one that gets talked about the most. If you're serious about moving to Jacksonville, stop trying to figure this out blind. We are your local Jacksonville real estate team of choice, and this is exactly what we help people do every single week. We help cut through the hype and zero in on the communities that actually fit. Our info is in the description below, so you can call us, text us, or email us, and let's talk about your move. This is the suburb that makes some buyers rethink the whole flex. Rivertown is not the cheap version of somewhere else. It is for the family that wants a strong setup without lighting money on fire just to build the famous zip code. Newer floor plans, trails people use, pools with actual life in them, kids burning energy before dinner, parents trying to wear them out so bedtime does not turn into a courtroom negotiation. You are not pulling into some neighborhood where everything looks polished and nobody touches it. Rivertown has movement. Strollers out in the morning, people walking after dinner, weekend pool noise, sidewalk life, the kind of place where the house, the neighborhood, and the routine all just work together. Strong St. Johns County pull, newer homes, a family-friendly rhythm, relative value compared with louder names that dominate the conversation. You are not paying for the story here. You are paying for the week to run better. Out-of-state buyers usually feel that right away, especially the ones that coming from higher cost markets where the budget gets eaten alive and still leaves them with less space, older layouts, and more compromise. Rivertown answers a practical question. What actually improves our life every week without pushing us into the most expensive version of the dream? If pure prestige is the goal, this probably is not your move. If being near the beach is the whole point, you are going somewhere else. But if you want a place where school mornings, after work routines, kid energy, and weekend downtime all fit together without the whole budget being strangled, Rivertown can make a lot of sense. Most buyers hit Silverleaf and realize they are done inheriting other people's problems. No mystery roof, no awkward formal room nobody uses, no walking into a resale and instantly building a mental receipt for paint, flooring, appliances, and whatever is hiding behind that air handler. Silverleaf feels like relief from all of that. It's a clean start. Less baggage on day one. Official community info puts it around 11,000 acres, 17,600 planned homes, and about 2.9 million square feet of mixed use with 4,350 plus acres of conservation land. That scale matters. You get range, more ways to buy new without getting shoved into one exact version of suburbia. The product solves real problems. Morning school run, real home office, weekend youth sports, trails, courts, pools, dog parks, not fluff, stuff people will actually use. Stuff that makes a house feel ready instead of halfway to a renovation budget. And one detail makes people lean in every time: no CDD fees. In Florida, that is not some cute little footnote. That is the kind of line that makes buyers stop, run the numbers again, and then pay attention. E-Town clicks the moment charm stops mattering more than convenience. You are in the Southside Corridor pocket with access that keeps everyday life sharper, especially around Flagler Center, 9B, and the wider I-295 loop. The draw is not romance, it is logistics. Getting to work without the whole morning turning into a production. Hitting a gym stop or a dinner plan without needing a tactical map. The homes follow the same logic. A lot of the inventory leans newer, which much of it built around 2020 or after. Open layouts, better storage, smarter use of space. Home offices that look like actual offices instead of a folding table shoved into a sad corner. The day versus night contrast helps too. During the day, E-Town feels efficient. People heading out, clean routes, quick movement. At night, it settles into something quieter and more tucked away. Cleaner lines, newer streetscapes, more like somebody thought the whole thing through before they built it. E-Town was pitched around convenience, sustainability, and smarter suburban living, and the product reflects it. Even the broader mixed-use vision here, including the surf park plans and amenity-focused build-out, reinforces that this area is trying to feel more current than traditional suburbia. For the buyer who wants cleaner design, newer houses, and a neighborhood that does not ask them to fight it every day, this is a strong fit. Some buyers get far enough into the search that new stops sounding exciting and starts sounding like work. Jollington Creek hits like a deep breath. Future phase hype gets old. Renderings get old. Hearing what a place is going to be in 5 years, now that can get old. Jollington Creek is already here, already built, already running. Roughly 5,800 homes, and that scale gives it something newer communities still have to earn. The roads are already there. The amenities are already there. The landscaping is grown in. It feels like a place that already knows what it is. The school pool matters too. Federal school data put Jollington Creek Elementary at 900 plus students with about 16.5 to 1 student-teacher ratio. Families do not keep choosing an area like that year after year by accident. You are in that northwest St. Johns County pocket with easy pull toward Mandarin, so real life does not feel like constant logistical working out. Morning drop-off, baseball practice, dinner in Mandarin without the whole evening turning into a production. Jollington Creek is not selling adrenaline, it is selling relief. Higher owner occupancy, strong family demand, and a community rhythm that already functions all points the same direction. Jollington Creek is not asking buyers to believe in what it might be, it is showing them what it already is. Here, Too Far starts sounding a lot like Finally. Green Cove Springs sits around 30 miles south of Jacksonville's core with a population right around 10,000 people. So it does not feel like another giant suburb machine trying to keep up with itself. It feels smaller, slower, more personal. You have the St. Johns River, Spring Park, historic downtown, and a place that still carries some old Florida pulse instead of feeling copied and pasted out of a subdivision template. Some buyers are done with tiny lots, non-stop motion, in neighborhoods that always feel like they are humming in the background. Green Cove offers a different trade. A yard with real depth, quiet after sunset, space for the dog to run, the kids to spread out, and the boat to exist without turning the driveway into a parking puzzle. Green Cove works because it gives buyers more room without fully cutting them off from the metro. Clay County keeps pulling growth, and the routes shaping that conversation are familiar. Prestige gets thrown around way too loosely until you hit Ponte Vedra Beach. A lot of places want to look expensive. Ponte Vedra Beach does not bother auditioning for it. The whole place moves in a lower voice, cleaner, tighter, more controlled. A1A, Sawgrass, club communities tucked back where nothing feels accidental. The ocean close enough to change the air. Some Florida luxury markets feel loud. Ponte Vedra feels expensive, but in a lower voice. The draw is not one flashy thing. It is the R built from a bunch of strong signals stacked together. TPC Sawgrass, the Players Championship halo, beach access, social reputation, club culture. Only so much coastal adjacent land to go around, and the premium stops looking random. Luxury listings can run from roughly $2 million to $8 million and more in this world. Buyers are not paying only for square footage. They are paying for scarcity, reputation, and the social weight that comes with the address. It also gives people something very specific. You get beach air, polished neighborhoods, privacy, and Jacksonville access without really buying into Jacksonville identity the way a lot of outsiders picture it. It's close enough to use the city, separate enough to feel above the noise. For a certain buyer, that balance is the whole point. You usually know pretty quick if this is your kind of place. You know, executives, business owners, established families, affluent relocators. People who want polish without drifting into the cartoon luxury. Morning near the beach, dinner around the Sawgrass, where the whole night still feels controlled. You got school confidence, privacy, a place that feels wealthy without needing to act wealthy. There's no fake prestige here. Ponte Vedra Beach is not selling rough edges, extra land, or laid-back chaos. It is selling composure, reputation, a place that feels established before you even pull into the driveway. For the right buyer, nocatee is the moment Jacksonville stops feeling like a menu and starts feeling like the actual move. A lot of communities sell lifestyle like it is a pool. It's got a pretty entrance and a few sidewalks doing their best. Nocatee hits different because the whole place is built to make daily life feel easier to enjoy. Nocatee Town Center, trails, splash and water park energy, schools, fitness, events, beach access not that far off, not random amenities tossed in for the marketing. A place where the week runs smoother because the environment is carrying some of the load for you. That is the luxury, not the loud kind. The kind where you feel on a regular Tuesday when school, activities, workouts, errands, and getting outside do not require a tactical map and a full-day recovery plan. The demand tells the story. The broader community has pushed past 20,000 residents late-stage reporting, and it around 96% sold out with fewer than 400 homes remaining. And pricing can run from the high 300s to over $2 million depending on the product and location. This is not brochure heat. This is a place where people keep choosing after the shine should have worn off. Golf carts moving, kids blowing off steam at the splash areas, trails with actual life on them, community events doing the job of social glue instead of just filling a calendar. Nocatee does not just hand people amenities, it gives them rhythm. Convenience that saves time and lowers friction in a way buyers actually notice after they move in. The biggest mistake in Jacksonville is not picking the wrong suburb. It is picking the wrong life and hoping the address fixes it. We see that play out all the time. Buyers come in locked on the biggest name and then end up at the place that makes their week just run better. Blind decisions carry a price. Local guidance clears the fog fast. If this move is starting to get real, you can call us, text us, or email us. We are your local Jacksonville real estate team of choice, and this is the stuff we help people sort through every week. Our info is in the description below. And if you aren't ready for all that yet or not ready to reach out, no problem. Feel free to download our relocation guide. You can scan the QR code on the screen, or you can just click on the link below, and it is packed with information to help make sure your move is successful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.